Millions are spent every day by individuals trying to purchase vehicles. But the shocking fact is that 2 to 3 days later, or even 2 to 3 months later, they fall into breakdowns. The reason for this might not be only bad luck, but what if I tell you that they are secrets that most car buyers don't know? Imagine this. You purchase a vehicle, you come to a dealership, you purchase your vehicle, you drive back home, you pop the champagne, you do all the necessary celebrations, you boast about the fact that you have a nice vehicle. But just a few moments from that, you happen to have an engine breakdown. You happen to have a transmission problem, and you need to spend a lot to tackle with this. Welcome to this channel. In this channel, we talk about cars, the automobile sector, and vehicles as a whole. We also give tooltips on how to have better purchases for your vehicles. So if you're interested in that content, kindly click on the subscribe button, like our video, and turn on the notification bell not to miss any of our future content. Let's get into it. The reason why so many individuals, buy cars that will always lead them into troubles is due to two main reasons. The first reason is due to the interest, and the second due to emotions. This is quite self-explanatory. It happens even in real life. When you see someone, maybe that you're interested in, someone who is very good looking, whether it's a lady or a man, and at first glance, you just happen, to be so excited. You happen to panic. This individual will actually have a control on you. The same thing happens when you want to purchase a vehicle. When you see a vehicle that actually looks good, you actually panic. This tells the buyer so many things about you. You are actually sold without even being sold already. You sell the vehicle to yourself without even the buyer telling you anything. That's actually what happens. So recently, I had a friend of mine who came telling me a story about one of his family members who purchased a vehicle. And due to the fact that the family member was so emotional or had so much interest about the vehicle, he actually didn't take time to actually, diagnose the little problem, the little scratches, the problem with the documentation, and the different problems the car would have had. There are actually solutions to this. And the first thing I would tell you not to fall into is to not be too emotional or not show the buyer that you have too much interest in the vehicle. Doing this will actually tell the buyer that you can be moved on. You will not have the time to actually diagnose the different faults as earlier mentioned. Taking too time to bring someone who is well versed about vehicles help you do the research. By so doing, the final decision will not only depend on you alone. You will actually have someone by you that if you try to be so much emotional about the vehicle or have so much interest, he can bring you back to your state of mind. Also doing some personal research. You see, once you want to purchase a vehicle, as I've always advised, doing personal research such as go visit individuals that would have purchased such vehicles in the past. I tell you, doing so will actually make you, not rush into so many problems, because there will be problems that those previous individuals will not want to fall into, and by so doing, you will learn from their mistakes. If you like this video and if you found it interesting, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell not to miss any of our future content. Click here to watch our next video. Thank you.